We're on a 7-match unbeaten run at the moment, and it's pretty odd because 6 of them have been draws, so I don't really know how to take that. 9 points out of 21, but 7 games unbeaten. Will that provide morale for the side? Will the side perform better? We simply don't know. Anyway, Season 3, Episode 6, roll the intro.
Goes Pompey, 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 you're the team. Pompey, 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 you're the cream. Pompey, you're the greatest, and we'll keep following you. We'll keep following Pompey, following the boys in blue.
Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 6 of season 3 of the Portsmouth save on Football Manager 2018. Today it's time for 2 games. The first one against Brighton, and then after an international break we play away from home in 2 weeks' time against Preston North End. Now, I've just said obviously we've gone 7 games unbeaten, so the last 2 games we played, you can probably guess, have been draws. Of course, in the last episode we beat Wigan 4-2, and drew with Derby County 1-1. Same's gone for the last 2 games, like McAlinden and Naismith scored against Birmingham, and they got 2 goals back, and then we basically conceded against Norwich. We scored, and really we should have scored a second one, courtesy of Liam McAlinden, but it didn't quite work. But today, we've got the television here for the first time since August when we beat Villa, and the preceding 2 times we've had the telly watch us this season, we've won. So hopefully that's a bit of a good omen against Brighton, who are in 5th. And obviously we've got a lot of draws this season, probably more than anybody else in the table. Yes, we are the joint leading one. It's quite interesting to see that Huddersfield at the bottom have got the same amount of draws. So what that's saying is that, you know, draws don't matter. You know, we don't really need draws, but we are ticking away in terms of points. We're only 4 points away from the playoffs. We are a little bit further away from the relegation zone, 8 points away now. Wolves are doing disastrously. I don't know whether they've still got the job available. Last episode we did say, you know, we maybe we're looking to get to Wolves because potentially they've got a bit more growth in them, but I don't think we are, because it seems that they've sold a few of their crucial players who have actually been there in real life. The likes of Diego Jota seems to have gone. Obviously he only came in on loan. And the likes of, I'm trying to see now, what's his name? Helder Costa, he seems to have gone. And a lot of these players seem to have gone. So we'll look at their transfer history just very quickly. Any big transfers? 20 million. Who was that? Ruben Neves has gone to Leipzig for 18 million. And last season, what happened last season? Cavallero went. And then the season before, what happened the season before? 26 million. Helder Costa went to Newcastle. So really their squad has been quite poor actually. And that's a bit of a worry. But I think we're building something here at Portsmouth. That's me turning my Xbox on once again. Let's get into the Brighton game anyway. And for today's game, I wish I could stop turning that on. We've got Allsop in goal with Thompson and Wiggins at the full-back positions. Then Ebanks-Landell's been moaned a little bit recently. Fair enough to him. He's only had 11 appearances, including sub-appearances. And he wants to be in the first 2 a bit more. And I said, you know what, fair enough. He's going to be given a chance to prove himself once again. Then we've got Burgess alongside him. And then Myler and Colkett, the real consistent midfield duo in this season, it feels like. And then Abita, Chaplin and Naismith in this new 4-2-3-1 formation. And then Long up front. But I'm going to take a risk today because it seems that whilst we are getting draws with that 4-2-3-1, that's about all we're doing. And we're not getting anything else, which is a bit of a problem. So what we're going to do, we're going to switch back to the 4-2-2-2 that we all know and love. And hopefully it will provide a little bit of attacking, what's the word? Inspiration to us, I think. And we're going to get into the game against Brighton now. I will turn my Xbox off, which is, it didn't actually turn on, it just made the sound. How odd. How very odd. So I just sip me drink, why not? So obviously we're playing Brighton today. They're playing a 4-3-1-2, narrow. Galini from Villa, if you remember, that we actually scored 6 past last season. He's gone to Brighton, it seems, for 3 million. But the likes of Liam Moore, he played for Leicester, didn't he? Eric Peters has gone there, and Pascal Gross is still there. And Dominic Solanke, whether he's made a permanent transfer, no, he's just on loan. And he scored very well in that season before against with Sheffield United. But hopefully, we've got, you know, a 7-match unbeaten run. Hopefully, that gives us a bit. Oh, I don't really care. Oh, James Wilson's on the transfer list by Palace. That's an interesting one because he's been performing very well, I think, for Palace from memory. So we could try and get him. I think I'd like that. But we have got a lot of attackers who we're struggling to keep, pleased now. You know, the likes of Berbatov's moaning because he's not getting enough game time. Well, when he's played, he hasn't scored. So, you know, it's a bit of a problem to be a striker and just not be scoring. We're 15 minutes here at Fratton Park, and a little bit like all the recent matches. There's not really been much happening in the first 15 minutes, but it could be a goal here for Brighton. A lovely through ball from Pascal Gross to Solanke, to Bianchi, to Stevens, and Allsop with his safe hands gets it back again. We're only 3 points away from the playoffs, obviously, because we're playing earlier than everyone else, so ignore the league table. until the end of the day's fixtures. But they chuck it out, Wiggins puts it back to Abita, and it's all a bit of a midfield scrappy, and the referee tries to get it out of the way. Wiggins to Abita on the wing. Abita still on the wing, still got the ball, very strong on the ball. Chaplin, and he shoots, and Galini gavs it easily. And I'm quite happy, actually, because Galini is quite a weak keeper, I think. He's not done the best in the games that we've played, anyway. We made a few tactical changes just to represent that, but lovely ball from Long to Naismith. It's to Chaplin, and Galini actually saves one. Blimey, I mean, after scoring 6 against him last season, I mean, I think you've got to be, well, it's hard not to be complacent. That's what I'm saying. But I think his defence is probably a little bit better than the one at Norwich. You know, Liam Moore and Eric Peters, arguably Premier League quality defenders. So, you know, fair enough. Colkit, though, keeps the ball. Nice stuff. Abita. Wiggins. Our ball control's definitely improved, by the way, from that early season horror when we were just giving the ball away every 2 seconds. Our ball control and our passing has improved, whether that's anything to do with fitness and coming back more into the league or whatever. But then that doesn't really make sense, because surely ball control is just natural. It's not something that comes with fitness. But there we go. I don't know how FM works exactly, but poor ball from Pascal Gross as David Myler intercepts. A beat on the wing for us now, and he's going to put it into the box, into Long, and he headers it into the back of the net. Jordan Abita with the assist, and we are now ahead against Brighton. This is brilliant stuff, and we want to take a bit more of a risk, putting that 4-2-2-2 formation back on rather than the 4-2-3 on, because at the end of the day, we want to be winning games. We don't want to be drawing games. You know, we're not going to get relegated if we draw every game, inevitably, but A, I want to provide a bit more excitement for you guys, and B, we want to go up this season, so, you know, you can't go up just by drawing games. And it's quite worrying, actually, because out of the 17 games so far, well, if we compare it to the 16, so we haven't won this game yet, but out of the 16 games, we only won 5. I mean, okay, we've only lost 4, so, you know, we've won more than we've lost. That's a good thing. But that just highlights how many draws we have had, and particularly recently, obviously, 6 of the 7 last games that we've not been beaten have been draws, which is quite unbelievable. Anyway, Long to Naismith. Naismith still on the ball to Thompson. Lovely ball from Thompson up, but doesn't quite reach anyone. Stevens to Pascal Gross. To Biaki. To Solanke. Shoots. And that is a good shot. Agonisingly close. But Solanke couldn't get my words out then. 35 minutes in here. They seem to be dominating, which is quite interesting. But we seem to be holding on here at Fratton Park at home, which is brilliant. But I probably just jinxed it. And Liam Moore very nearly gets it in the back of the net. I think that just went off the post, courtesy of Ryan Allsop booting it out. But Gross into Stevens again, and Allsop has done it once again. And this is fantastic to see from our goalkeeper. Keeping it out at the end of the day, you know. If you get a clean sheet, you're going to get out at least a point every single game. Stevens back into... Oh, blimey. I'll tell you what, they're going for it here. Is it Nedelku? Nedelku, yeah. Nedelku. And Pascal Gross with the corner again. Puts it in, and Banksland will get it out. Nice ball. Come on, Chaplin. Run up now. Can we get the counter-attack after so many corners and boring stuff from them? But unfortunately, Eric Peters just fizzles it out. But it's really close, you know, this season, once again. Apart from maybe that top... To be fair, though, Brighton are... And to be fair, actually, they're not too far away. At one point, Norwich, Palace and Southampton were miles away. But they're not doing too brilliantly compared to the rest. Now, they are a few points ahead, of course, but they are catchable. The start of the season, they were like 7 points ahead. I thought, no, they're just going to run away with it. But Palace, to be fair, you know, your likes of Palace, Southampton, Brighton and Villa and Norwich and Bristol City all deserve to be with a chance to go up. So it's going to be a very hard, you know, what's it called? It's like the big tip at the top, basically, isn't it? You know, it's going to be very hard to break that unless we go for a really good form, which, to be fair, at the moment, we are, if you look at it positively. But a lovely ball from Thompson to Long, and it's a penalty because Liam Moore tripped Chris Long, and he's got a yellow card for it, and Connor Chaplin's got the penalty. We'll have a look behind the goal. We just took away the league table. We better get that back. No, not match stats. We don't want that. Apologies about this, folks. League table, there we go. Right, can tap Chaplin, double our lead, runs up, and it's in the back of the net. Brilliant stuff. And hopefully, unless we completely bottle it now, we should win this game, which is brilliant. You know, our tactical, what's it called? Tactical experiment and our bravery of changing that tactic. Something a little bit more attacking has clearly paid off as it stands. But a nice move back into the box. But Galini retrieves it. But Galini, I just do not understand why he's gone to Brighton. I apologise if anybody is a fan of Galini, but it seems when I've played against him anyway, he's just been a liability. And that was very nearly 2-1. But yeah, he's a bit of a liability, so that's not great. But, you know, we've scored 2 past him, and his defence hasn't played too well. You know, 2 of them have got yellow cards, and actually, Speaking of, well, not speaking of yellow cards, but speaking of players who are tiring down a bit, we need to make some substitutions. So we'll bring Aaron Lennon on for a rare appearance. Kai Naismith can come off. And we'll also bring Adam May on for David Myler. And, you know, we'll make it a triple sub and bring... we'll bring Watmore on for Burgess. I think that's fair enough. And then the rest of the players can go for the full game. But Chaplin and Long, proving why they are probably the best two strikers at the club. Each getting one goal, and I am more than satisfied with that. But it'd be nice for McAlinden to get back into there a little bit. McAlinden's one of them players, if you guys watch the series for a while, you just know he can go without scoring for 10 games, but then score like 4 in a game. So it's a bit bizarre, but lovely ball from Wiggins to Chaplin. Can he put it into the box for Long? He certainly can, he headers it just wide, unfortunately. Luckily, it's not going to be crucial, because I think the game is pretty much over. But Brighton, you know, they can still fight back. It's not over yet by any stretch of the imagination. We're going to try and retain possession now, not do anything too stupid, because at the end of the day, we're not looking for goals, we're looking to secure our defence, but another goal would be lovely to secure this game. But a Banks Landell to Aaron Lennon. Aaron Lennon on the ball. Lovely ball to May. Up to Chaplin in the box. He shoots and he scores. And that's exactly what we just wanted. 3-0 against Brighton. And that is absolutely fantastic. You know, at the start of the episode, I thought, oh dear, this isn't going too well. But I think I was right in the intro that because we are not losing, the morale is increasing in the players. Whether we're drawing or not, we are doing really well at the moment, and that is lovely stuff from Chaplin. 3-0, and that's 2 more goals to add to his tally this season. And I think that McAlinden is down to 3rd now in the list in terms of our goal scorers, because Long and Chaplin have got more goals. But it's probably the case that actually McAlinden has got more goals per minute than the other two. Probably the case, that is. But 26 shots from Brighton not to score. You've got to be quite gutted with that. But Pascal Gross with an 8.4, but the other players not doing too well whatsoever. Colkit to a bit. Can we close this out 4? And it'd be brilliant stuff. A bit doesn't quite get it to Chaplin. Les puts it out. Could well be 3-1 actually. Solanke, number 16, should have really gone for him. He's got a lot of time. But the striker, number 9, I don't know what his name is, Gavranovic. He puts, well, he doesn't put it in the back of the net basically. But Pete has a throw it and the match is over. And that is brilliant stuff. 3-0 against Brighton and Hove Albion. And that is going to really strengthen us up the table. Obviously depending on the other results. But, you know, just before the international break, depending on other results, the lowest we will be is 12th. But I very much doubt that Sheffield, Derby, Sunderland and Preston will all win. So, we'll be back in 2 weeks for the game against Preston, who are in fact in 12th, who may well be above us by the time we get to the end of the international break. Who knows? It's all a mystery. Quite a few changes then for this game against Preston after 2 weeks. We are down in 10th, I want to say. 2 of the sides won and 2 of the sides lost in their 3 o'clock games. So the few changes consist of Adam May in the midfield, apart from Colkit. Colkit's out for 6 weeks with a sports hernia, I want to say, I think. Then Bobby Adekanya gets a rare appearance. Jordan Abita's got a high injuries. Plus the fact that I feel that Adekanya has been a bit lost this season, a bit forgotten about. You know, last season he did really well. And this season he's got an average rating of 7.2. And the same goes for Liam McAlinden. You know, I think we're a bit too harsh on him. You know, last season he had an average rating of 7.33. Obviously, he's played less games this season, but he's still got an average rating of a 7.2. So I think we're a little bit too harsh on him. So he gets in the team today instead of Chris Long. The Wolves job has actually been given to someone, and his name is Tim Sherwood. I'm sure if you are an English football fan, you are completely familiar with Tim Sherwood. Obviously managed the Villa in their season that went down in the Premier League. And he also was the director of football for Swindon for a while, I do believe. But he's come back into management now on the game, obviously not in real life. But he's gone back to management, and he's managing the Wolves. So let's see how he gets on there. Obviously, Wolves doing terribly this season, 21st. And it just proves the Championship, you know, that anything could happen. We did obviously see the first start of the episode that it's not going too well for Wolves, but, you know, that's not great for them. But May, quite a poor pass actually to Chaplin, but Myler, well, what's the word? He redeems May's earlier hindrance, but Chaplin on the ball again really works hard, does. To be fair, all the players work hard, it's not just Chaplin. You can see, you know, some games they aren't on it because some games are just not working hard, but some games they do work hard, and we've just conceded. We're 1-0 down against Preston, and that could be, it could just be, well, not the nail in the coffin whatsoever, but it could be the first loss for us in a very long time. Also, we haven't lost for a while now, but, you know, we've got to be resilient. Hope we can get a goal back straight away. If it goes down to 2-0, that's a bit worrying, but Wiggins into the box, McAlinden, he shoots, and it's just over the bar. McAlinden seems to have lost his touch a little bit recently, but you know, we can't keep criticising McAlinden. I think the trouble is, we've got too high expectations after that brilliant season he had last time out. So we can't be too expectation heavy, I suppose. But a lovely dispossession from Chaplin. And McAlinden's on the ball now. Keep the ball, lad. Wiggins May. Myler, this looks good. Myler, Naismith. Oh, that's a bit dodgy from Naismith. Johnson to Pearson. I think that's Bradley Johnson, actually, from Norwich. He used to play there in the Premier League days. Horgan to Barthusen. Oh, dude's on the edge of the box. And Allsop save. That was actually on target. I wasn't expecting it to be. But we're not doing too well here, you know, for the start of the game. We're struggling a little bit. And I'm going to taste the players now. Show some passion. We're not doing very well at the start. And if we can get a goal straight away, that's happy. And I'm happy with that. But hopefully this is the goal we get. To Thompson into Myler. Myler on the ball. And we've lost it, but Thompson, it deflects back to him. Wiggins, May. Oh, Pearson's got it. This could be bad. Barthusen on the attack for Preston. Barthusen. Oh, Thompson puts it out for not for long. Barthusen. There, I can't pronounce anybody's name. It's very nearly 2-0 to Preston. But as it says there, we're being seriously overrun in every part of the pitch. And it's very nearly 2-0 again. This is worrying me now. We're just not playing well at all. And that is not a good sign. This is bizarre. I think we're going to go back to the 4-2-3-1, because obviously Chaplin can play as an attacking midfield, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, I think we'll keep it like that, because we'll just keep it like that until half-time. If he hasn't improved anything, we'll go back to the 4-2-2, and it doesn't look like probably will. John Joe Kenny now playing for Leicester, it seems. Leicester, Preston, Cunningham, Boyle. It'd be brilliant if we can dispossess them here. We've got lots of space. Boyle to Kenny. They're just going back, and back, and they're back to Maxwell. They've gone even further back now, and it's in their half, which is really good. Maxwell. But it a poor ball actually to Matondo. Number 14, Adekanya. Should have gone for that a little bit more. Matondo to Pearson. Barlauser. Barthusen. To Matondo. Into the box for Horgan. And it's... I could just see that coming. It's an own goal. And we're 2-0 down. Oh dear. Barthusen. We'll watch this again to our own peril. But Matondo puts it in. And Horgan actually had it wide, but Allsop, that's a stupid save, practically put it into the box goal for them. And that isn't good enough. We're going to have to, I'm sorry to keep changing the tactic, but we are going to have to go back to the 4-2-2 and just put it on attacking, because if we don't get a goal soon, then there is a serious worry about our place in this match. And if they get another goal now, it is definitely over. Horgan, Wiggins gets it out, Naismith. Oh, why Naismith? We should really be keeping the ball. It's a bit stupid to keep whacking it around, but lovely dispossession from Myler. McLinden, Chaplin, he's running through, he's going to have a shot. Oh, that's quite close before. I was just going to say, it's typical on FM. They get to about the edge of the box, they have a stupid shot, and it's way out. But that wasn't too far out, actually, in the end, to credit to him. But Myler, and that wasn't the best shot in the world, was it, from David Myler. 10 minutes to go in this half, we can get one back. I'd be more than happy with that. But if we can get two back, that's even better. But Myler puts it in a bit of a silly ball. To be honest, we are just making too many silly passes today. Remember when I said we've sorted the ball control out? What a load of rubbish. Matondo into the box, and it's very nearly 3-0 to Preston. And no offence to Preston, but they aren't the best team in the world, so we should really be beating Preston here. But in the Championship, I suppose anyone could beat anyone, so it's all the same. Adam May to Myler to Chaplin. So Adekanya, can we get back into it? No, we can't. Kenny put it out. We should be getting that one straight back up. Come on, Burgess. Just get it straight back into the mixer. Adam May. Myler. Decent ball, but doesn't really make it to anyone. Kenny to Maxwell. Put him under pressure now. That's good. Burgess cutting it out. Myler to Adam May. This could be a goal. Oh, stupid pass. Burgess again. But they've got it back now. So they're gonna be a lot more effective than us, it feels. Horgan. And what? No work there from Wiggins. Matondo. And it's a penalty. This has been the worst we've played all season, I honestly believe. We're being sloppy, we're misplacing everything, and as a result, we're 3-0 down, and all the good work and all the positive work done against Brighton to beat them 3-0 has been completely undone. I don't know if the international break's done something to the players or what, but this is dog awful. Allsop, out to McLinden, but Boyle gets it. McLinden's on the edge of the box, he shoots, and Maxwell puts it out. Is it Maraxwell or Maxwell? I can't quite tell if there's an R before the A there. But Smith puts it back in. Clark gets it out. McLinden to May. And Boyle gets it out again. It's not Frankie Ball, is it? But Reece Wiggins. And it's half-time. We're not going to come back from this, I very much doubt. 3-0 down. Let's just try and be aggressive. Let's absolutely tell them, to sort it out at the end of the day. They have been shocking. I don't know why Beatty's got abysmal morale. God knows why that's all about. McLean's been playing a bit pants today, hasn't he? I think that Wiggins has been poor, definitely. But we'll keep it as it is, because there's not really anyone who can replace anybody on the bench who I think is magnificent. But hopefully this half is a lot better than the first half. I think we just seriously need to just get on with it now. And that's all we can really do. Prevent short goalkeeper and all that nonsense. Give it a few minutes, see what happens though. Thompson, out to May. If he goes 4-0 up, I'm going to cry. Naismith, May. Into the box for Chaplin, and it's 3-1. Chaplin gets one back. And he's very close to being the top scorer in the Championship, which is brilliant for him. And actually, I looked before, and Macklin's the top assist maker in the Championship. So, wouldn't it be brilliant to have the top goal scorer and the top assist maker? And to be fair to Macklin, I keep saying this, when he plays well. But clearly not today. But a lovely volley from Chaplin, and that goes past Maxwell. So hopefully, we can get a second one back now within a few minutes. What a response that is from the lads. But Adekanye to Macklin, they're not quite. Come on, Wiggins, keep that in. Don't bugger around with a throw-in. Burgess. Back to Allsop. We didn't really need that, but oh well. Not going to question it if it performs well. Myler. May. Forward to Chaplin. Go on, son. Shoot. McLinden. He's in. And it's a goal for Liam McLinden. And we are right back into this game. We are right back in it. Liam McLinden scores. Bit sloppy, I know, but, you know, you need a bit of luck sometimes. May to Chaplin. It's just dispossessed by John Joe Kenny, and McLinden whacks it in the back of the net. It is John Joe Kenny, isn't it? No, I don't want to upload it to YouTube, thank you very much. I think it is John Joe Kenny. Yes, it is. But, come on, if we can get a third back, this is the comeback of all comebacks. Back to Landl. Back to Allsop. Just get it out, son. Allsop. Nice ball out. Clark. Kenny. It's going to be 4-2, I feel, here. I think, like, our looks has run out, and Preston are going to get a bit nervous now. Barcusen just runs through the defence, and Allsop gets it out. Nice stuff. But 3-2. Within 6 minutes of being 3-0 down, we are within one goal of Preston. I don't think I could have predicted that. But that's FM for you sometimes, I suppose. But Pearson. Still Pearson on the ball. Can we get the ball off him? That'd be brilliant. Oh, a bit of a weird ball to Maxwell. We could close down a bit more. We do have closing down on much more. So really, they could close down a little bit more. There's not really an excuse for that. But Johnson on the ball to Barlaser. Barcusen. And Horgan. Don't be a goal. It's Pearson. And it's going to be 4-2, isn't it? Malondo. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is so close. And I think one goal for them kills our chances of winning this game. But if we get the next goal, basically what I'm trying to say is the next goal is absolutely crucial. I've had a lot of highlights this half so far. Banks Landl up to Chaplin. Chaplin into the box for McLinden. Myler. John Joe Kenny gets it out. Horgan. Pearson. Thompson gets it. Come on, keep the ball, lads. Myler. Naismith. Into the box. Clark gets it out. Burge, just keep the ball. Then they're surely not going to score. Myler. Chaplin. It actually goes to number 14. Adekanye puts it into the box. McLinden. It's a goal. And within 13 minutes of being 3-0 down, we perform the comeback of all bloody comebacks. Pardon my French. But when you get passionate, you tend to use a few, what's the word? Not really a strong swear, is it? It's not like I'm using the F word, which is I'd never use in a video because that is completely inappropriate. Enough said. Anyway, 3-3. Can we go and win this game now? Naismith to Myler. May to Nat Chaplin. Chaplin into the box. Oh, not quite. We've really got the buzz about us now. I just hope that Preston don't kill it off by scoring, but it feels like they probably will do here. We've definitely got the momentum. There's no question about that. Maxwell puts it out. Poor clearance there. McLinden across. Oh, no. Kenny gets it back. Adekanye has been a bit poor today, actually, on that left wing. McDondo just runs it straight past Wiggins. A bit peculiar for Wiggins to be 4-3, isn't it? Put it into Horgan. Barcusen, Burge to get it out. That's good. Johnson. Go on, McLinden. Get it off him. Boyle. To Matondo. It's going to be 4-3, isn't it? Barcusen. Oh, dear. And just after bringing it back from 3-0 down, they've scored. I can't watch the highlight. I cannot watch that. Adekanye, we are going to take off for Jordan Abita. And we are going... Actually, no. We're going to take Wiggins off for a bit because Wiggins has been absolute... tripe. Well, insert your own word there, if you like. But we'll bring Long on as well for Chaplin. Chaplin hasn't been brilliant today. Obviously, he scored the first goal. But apart from that, he hasn't done much more. Got half an hour, though, to score 2 goals. Or, obviously, as many as we need. But, yeah, let's see how it goes the next half an hour. It feels like there's not going to be any goals here. That's going to be the only problem. But it might well be. Boyle to Horgan. I hope they don't score another goal here. Pearson. To Barlaser. To Horgan. Oh, Barcusen. Abita gets it out. That's nice. Much better than Wiggins at that position. Adekanye. Nice ball to McLinden. Can't keep it, though. Pearson. Come on, Naismith. Get that back. Cunningham. To Johnson. Back to Horgan. He's been instrumental today for them. Horgan runs through. It's very nearly 5-3. and that would really kill our chance of winning this game off. But wouldn't it be a brilliant comeback to get to 5-4? Come on, Thompson. To McLinden. Kenny. Come on, we need to close down a bit more. We're being too lazy here. We've still got some of those bad things that we had in that first half. Horgan, mid 5-3, and Allsop comes out to get it. That's quite good, strong, and brave stuff from Allsop. Coming out, not being scared of a tall striker in the box. That's really good to see. But Barlaza puts it back to Barcusen, to Pearson. He's in the box, and a beat to get it out for now. Matondo to Barlaza. And how on earth is it not 5-3 to Preston, or even 6? They are dominating play at the moment. They got a bit nervous because obviously, we got 3 goals back, so the alarm bell started to ring. But Thompson to Burgess. It's Route 1 football. Boot it up, that's it. Burgess to Long. He shoots. McAlinden comes on. Yes! Liam McAlinden gets a hat-trick. I've just said that. McAlinden, when he plays bloody well. Jesus Christ. This is the game of all games. It's been a fantastic episode today. And I apologise in advance. This probably been a half an hour episode. But hasn't it been worth it? Brilliant stuff. I'll tell you what, if we win today, I'll be gutted. Don't win, sorry. Long puts it in. It's off the post. But McAlinden retrieved and delivered the goods. And it is now 4-4. Absolutely the game of the day. And if we win this game, we do move level on points with the playoffs. That'd be lovely and sweet for us. But it'd be bittersweet, I'll tell you, if we lose now. Matondo to Johnson. To Horgan. Horgan into the box. Marcusen. We haven't actually led at all in this game. This could be the chance. Long. Still on Long. McLinden. Oh, they've got it back. Clark. Matondo. It's been a brilliant game full of chances, excitement all round. Naismith. To McLinden. Go on, somebody in the box. He's open. He's open. Manakanye. Oh, he could have put it to Chris Long. He was open there. And Chris Long definitely would have put that away. And if we, well, put it this way. We were 3-0 down. There was no way we were going to come back. And if you've skipped like 5 minutes and it's 4-4, you'll be going, what on earth is going on here? But Chris Long, not quite getting anything out of it. Matondo. Horgan. I think it's fair to say that it's been one for the neutrals. The defending has been quite shocking today. But we don't care about that. As long as we get the win, that'll be brilliant. A 9.5 for McLinden. And that is brilliant stuff from him. We will bring... no point really bringing Berbatov on, in my opinion. But Naismith's injured. So what we're going to do... is Adekanye just can play there? So what we'll do, we will just basically have a random left winger and put Berbatov on. Why not? So we're going to have to play it quite narrow, I think, now. Look for the overlap and see what happens, basically. Right, here we go. 5 minutes to go. Could that be costly? Let's have a look. Or could Berbatov do something for us here? 5 minutes of added time. Surely it can't be a draw. Come on. Oh, if it's a draw, that's awful. But I think both teams deserve a point today. There's no question about that. 2 minutes to go. Come on, Allsop. Put it out. Chris Long, get your head on it, son. Clark gets it out. Oh, dear. Barlaza. To Hugh Gill. Come on, Thompson. Get it out. Thompson. To Allsop. Just get it out. Lovely. Adam May. Keep the ball. Adam May to Adekanye. Nice ball up. Doesn't quite make its target, though. Clark to Barcusen. To Pearson. Oh, no. It's going to be 5-4. Barlaza. No, no, no. Oh, thank God. He's shot rather than putting it into the box. Got 50 seconds left here. Myler. Kenny puts it out for Hugh Gill. Burgess gets it back. Long. Oh, it's so end-to-end here at the... I don't know where the Brighton and Preston Stadium is. Hugh Gill on the ball. No! 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 Banks-Lander gets it out. Oh, Jesus. This is the most nerve-wracking game ever. And it is going to end in a draw, it looks like. But I think, we're happy with that, basically. 3-0 down at half-time. And we've drawn this 4-4. And I think that is a tremendous result. And that improves our unbeaten run. And that is quite tremendous. And, I genuinely think, that's a brilliant comeback. We should have won. There's quite a question about that. But what a fantastic comeback. And I think that deserves a like. Surely it deserves a like, that does. And a few people moaning. May Smith's out for a few days. But in the Championship, that's what it looks like now. We're in 11th place. 3 places off the playoffs. As you can see, Chaplin now is 1 goal off the leading goal scorer. And unfortunately, Macklin has fell off that list there. But Macklin has actually scored 8. And if we look at minutes per goal, he's quite up there. Chaplin is above him, but James Wilson actually is the highest. And James Wilson, funnily enough, he's transfer listed, but he's playing. So he's just fell out with the manager, obviously. But have any of our players played 18 games? I don't think they have. No, none of our players have played all the games this season. Let's have a look at some of the stats, I suppose. Connor Chaplin with 4 player of the match. Average rating, Long, Chaplin and Macklin, and then they're just proving that we're doing brilliantly attacking-wise. Not quite. Oh, here's an interesting one. Mistakes. Are any of our players in this? See, we're good, aren't we? Mistakes leading to goals. Oh. Reece Wiggins at the top of that one. Let's stop looking at the stats now. We're going to come back anyway next time, about Christmas time, for 2 games against Sunderland and Fleetwood, and that should all be good. I'll be back tomorrow at 6 PM for that. So if you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like. I think this one deserves a like more than anything else, purely because of those brilliant 2 matches. 4 points in those two matches in today's episode. I'm more than happy with that. Should have been 6 points, whatever. We'll let bygones be bygones, all that nonsense. But anyway, I've been T.I. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode of the Portsmouth series, I guess. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.